Starting to feel like Wednesday again. Y'all know what it is. Attitude Era Podcast. And y'all see the guys, to my left or my right, depending on how you're looking. That's your favorite wrestler's favorite podcaster. If you think your favorite wrestler is famous and he ain't got a picture with Gamache, they ain't as famous as you think he is. And y'all know what it is. I'm not going to do no long introduction, but I got to give it to you when I give it to you. Undisputed Podcast Champion of the World. I love that. I love it. You know what I'm saying? King HP, that is what it is. We got a goodie for you. In the words of Trick Williams, let's talk about it. A lot of PLEs coming up. We got Elimination Chamber. We're on the road to WrestleMania. And we just came off Royal Rumble. I don't know if you count Saturday night main events. Are they PLEs? Are they not PLEs? They just announced we got the Clash in Italy coming up this year. That'll be in May. Things are looking good for the WWE. But Gamache, I got a question for you. I got to ask you. I need your opinion as the homie. I need your opinion as a podcaster. I need your opinion as a wrestling fan. I just need your opinion. Best PLEs, like, is there a certain one you look forward to every year? Like, that's your, you know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, they tell us the Super Bowl of PLEs, which is their WrestleMania. That's their Super Bowl. That's the big event. That's the granddaddy of them all, as has been said.
Right.
But do you have a favorite? Do you have a thing? What PLE is on your radar year after year after year?
It would be SummerSlam, definitely.
Oh, do tell, good brother. Why is SummerSlam? So every year you look for. So I got a question. I'll let you answer. So what, you know what I'm saying? How SummerSlam? How you know what I'm saying? How do you get to that? You like that Cardi B? She was on the music last year.
No, so SummerSlam has always been like a top 4 for the WWE.
Right.
But in terms of like match quality, I always felt like it was the most consistent out of the big 4.
So when you say the big 4, I'm gonna give the people a little background. You mean like the original 4? I'm assuming Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam. I kind of went out of order there as far as
that would be my
chronological, but okay. So those are their big 4. I would agree. Okay. Bonjour is fire. You know what I'm saying? Bonjour. For me, the WWE PLE that I have to say is my favorite. And to be honest, I wish they would kind of go back to it a little bit and do more with it. It used to be King of the Ring. It used to be King of the Ring. When all the matches were in one night, when the years Brett won it, when Owen won it, even when they did the quarterfinals on like weekly television, and then they did the semifinals and beyond on the PLE, I was still rocking with it. To win multiple matches in a night against different opponents, to me, that was the thing that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you, okay, I get it, you're sports entertainment, right? But ideally, it's showing me who the best is right now. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because everybody's coming in fresh, and then it's like, I could do a lot of damage to you. So normal circumstances, you should beat this guy. You would be the normal favorite. But after the match you just had with so-and-so, oh man, he's going into the match. Jake the Snake against Stone Cold pops in the mind. You know, he was battered and bruised. Stone Cold had a busted lip, when he went against Jake the Snake. So, and truth be told, the very first King of the Ring winner under that King of the Ring format, which we all say is Bret Hart, should actually be Bam Bam Bigelow, because he won and they restarted that match. You know what I'm saying? They ain't literally let Bam Bam get all them accolades. You know what I'm saying? But that was my joint. But you say so are you cool with the 2-night format of SummerSlam now? Do you feel like that takes something away from SummerSlam? I see you jive. Hell in a Cell. Ooh, that's ooh.
There's a reason why I didn't say Hell in a Cell. I'm gonna get to that after this. SummerSlam being 2 nights, I don't think it's really needed. I can understand why for Mania. I'd even understand for the Royal Rumble. One night could be the Women's Rumble, night two could be the Men's Rumble, or whatever order they'd go with that.
Right, I'm with you.
With SummerSlam, for me, it's just that a lot of classics a lot of people don't talk about are in SummerSlam. Again, we could go to Bret Hart, British Bulldog. That's SummerSlam.
You know, that's
Like
my joint,
Brock
Wembley
Lesnar
Stadium.
for the WWE Championship. That's SummerSlam. Low key, the whole was it 2002 or '03 SummerSlam? That whole card was crazy.
Are you talking about the one with Shawn returns?
Yeah,
That was 2000, 2002.
like
That was
like the
2002.
the match quality we got in SummerSlam matches. This is how I look at it. Take away SummerSlam, you give me that same exact match quality, but you put WrestleMania on it. You will look at it completely different.
You know what I think that also helps out, right? The King of the Ring is its own supposed to be prestigious things. Now we've seen some things bring that down some, right? There was a time, and they kind of done it sometimes, where you win the King of the Ring, you get a shot at the champion at SummerSlam. Is that a better road if you go King of the Ring in June, July is a pay-per-view, PLE, August is SummerSlam? Is that 3-month segment better, hotter in that order? If the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring gives you a SummerSlam championship match, better than the WrestleMania road, where it's Royal Rumble, every man for himself, PLE, and then you get WrestleMania?
I don't know about if it's better than the Royal Rumble going to Mania, but I do like that concept of King of the Ring winner gets the championship at the SummerSlam, because basically that's your biggest SummerSlam is the biggest PLE you're gonna have during the summer. So I do think that works, and I believe that method should stay like that.
I agree, and even though it's very copy paste, it's also very individualized in and of itself. You know, the Royal Rumble, you're putting 30 people, surprises. Like when people don't get surprises and comebacks and returns, people think the match is not good, right? And that kind of sucks, because if you look how deep WWE roster is, a lot of times they don't even have all their full roster on there. Like New Day wasn't even in the Royal Rumble. The War Raiders weren't even in the Royal Rumble. The Street Profits weren't in the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Not Tommaso Ciampa, but Johnny Wrestling. You know, whatever. They weren't in the Rumble. Fraxium wasn't in the Rumble. Like, they have so much talent not in the Rumble. They could not give you a superstar a surprise, and they still, and you know what I'm saying? They still, so I think that we kind of have made a stigma about it, versus the King of the Ring. You're going to get 8 guys or gals, right? Eight competitors lined up in a tournament style. I like the one night match, but I think that the King of the Ring, because no one says excuse me, I'm sorry, it's going to be surprises. It's going to be, no, we here to watch wrestling tonight. We here to watch somebody get their wig split, for lack of better terms. But the road to WrestleMania has been etched in our brain. The banner point, the fireworks for the winner of the Royal Rumble. They even call it the road to WrestleMania. It's really not a road to for that. What happened? You seen that?
Yeah, it was weird.
It's just like, okay. I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? If I gotta run, I gotta grab my girls and we up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We'll do this from the car. I do think that I made me lose my train of thought a little bit. I do think that the Royal Rumble or King of the Ring, without surprises, it's Samoans hacking, brother. They out here. Oh my gosh. If Z if he, let me not even say nothing, because at the end of the day, he'd be like, oh, you want to talk ish? He'll find the most opportune time to broadcast a random promo. But I'm on the Z. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the Z. And I got something for Z, but we gonna, you know what I'm saying, he gonna catch it at SummerSlam. When they look back at the worst beat downs of the summer, they ain't gonna be talking about Brock or Cody or Drew. They're gonna be like, that boy Z, you see what happened to him? But anyway, that's another story. Let's get back to this story. King of the Ring. King, no bonsai bars, bro. I gotta drop something. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like King of the Ring is a better situation than the Royal Rumble. What I mean is the situation being you come to watch wrestling. You're gonna get three. Let's see. There's 4 matches to start because there's 8 competitors. Then there's another 2 for the semifinals, and then there's another 1 for the finals. So that's 1, 3, 4. You get 7 matches on the PLE that are just tournament bracketed. So with that being said, oh my God. Hold on, you know what I'm saying? I do think that that is a better format to me when I want to watch wrestling. But when you watch it, one thing about the Rumble is intros. And one thing I know about intros, that if we had people on here that had intros, it would be fire. But there's one guy in particular that I know had some fire, had a fire joint. Maybe you know him, maybe you don't. But if you do, it would go a little something like.
A is for Archie. Most loved, most hated, Archie Carter's here. Raise your hand, scream his name, feel the fire, feel the cheer. I shine like diamond smile, 24 karat gold. He's the story, the legend, cooler than cold. Every eye looking, every heart skips a beat. He's who the women want and who men wanna be. Most loved, most hated, Archie Carter. Most loved, most hated, or just taking cover. The choice is yours.
What's poppin'? What's good? I ain't heard that in a minute.
Hey, man. The most loved, the most hated, the greatest heel in podcast wrestling today has DeAndre Garner is in the
man?
building.
What we talking about tonight? I ain't come. Listen, I'm telling you now. I came here to start trouble.
I love it. We was talking about, we got 2 things tonight, but the first thing we was in is the best PLE, like year after year. What's the one you like? That's my one. I know they tell us WrestleMania, the Granddaddy, the Royal Rumble, Money in the Banks, what is the one you look forward to?
Personally, right now, that's tough. I used to like Survivor Series a lot because back then you would get things you would normally get. You're gonna get this team that would normally team up versus this team who they would never wrestle, which would be dope. And it was a point in time where TLC was must-see TV.
Yes. Then let me ask you this question. Let me change the question because you just said something about the TLC. Do you think the WWE has introduced too many gimmick events that allow for easy opportunity to do a bunch of whatever? Royal Rumble, staple, title shot. King of the Ring. Some years it gives you a title shot at SummerSlam. Money in the Bank, title shot. Anytime you want. Like, is it too many? Is it not enough? Like, you think we can add more?
It's all about the highlights, bro, because Money in the Bank wasn't even its own pay-per-view when it first started. It was a part of the thing. You know what I'm saying? So once WWE or now TKO see the money in it, hey, let's do the thing to get the money. But even Survivor Series, we don't get traditional Survivor Series matches no more. So Royal Rumble, they find something. Oh, let Kofi do the thing. Let this person do the thing. So it back in the day, those PLEs meant something. Like Survivor Series meant something. It was gonna be something didn't
Yeah.
normally see. But there's no separation now between the shows. Like the weekly television, you could blend right into the normal PLEs, with the exception of the big ones. The Royal Rumbles and the WrestleManias. But Gamaj, what's up, man?
Man, I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah. So
My man in a colorful shirt. So let me tell you something.
Yeah.
He ready today. You know what I'm saying? He's ready
I
today.
got 3 people I got to tell to shut the F up. Like I said, listen, I might lose some friends. We might lose some friends over this one, but it's gonna be a goodie. I told you I came here to start trouble. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but you know what I'm saying? I was feeling pretty good today. Had a change in the schedule, so
Hey, I can't be mad.
I've
I
been
almost
gone
had
so
to,
long I can't even join the chat. That's crazy.
yeah, the chat is always fire, always fire. So I asked that question. Also, I forgot Elimination Chamber is a thing, and that was a one-time, one match to settle something for a world title. Oh, and then he turned it into
Well, you
a
said a
whole.
key word, settle something. Things don't settle things anymore. Remember, we would get a build up. We settling this at the PLE. We're gonna get definitive answer to the thing. Things just go on now. And it's like, it's no definitive answer. So
Yeah. That was something before we had the Hell in a Cell PLE. Originally, that used to be Armageddon. That was a PLE I used to like a lot. That's why I didn't say Hell in a Cell. Because when it was Armageddon, that's when we got some of the deadlier matches, Hell in a Cell being one of them. But then they just reframed it and we just got a Hell in a Cell name. And I'm like,
Yeah, I think they got to go away from that. I mean, I'm not saying they need to go back to In Your House 6, right? But if they want to give away a house, go ahead. I ain't gonna stop.
But even that HP, it was a reason to watch In Your House. This is when the match, the story gets, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Now,
they used to name them. It was so dope. It was based on the main events.
In Your
So
House, Payback, No Way Out,
yeah,
Vengeance,
like I remember when
Armageddon.
Sean specifically fought Big Daddy Cool at the one following Mania or whatever when he won, when Sean was champ. It was called Good Friends, Better Enemies. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, that's dope. And then there was another one where
But they've
Vader.
even gotten away from the themes being cool. Like the set would
Yeah,
be designed for
for
this, and now
yeah,
it's just like big stage, big screen, maybe some pyro. We talked
copy
about that with the
paste.
Stranger Things thing. All they did was drop merch and put like a tree on the stage. Like it was no big. These sets used to be designed specifically for these PLEs, and it looked good. It looked cool. When you played Nitro and Revenge and all that, picking
Ooh.
arena used to be the thing. I want to wrestle at In Your House. I want to wrestle at these places.
Yes,
So that WCW NWO sold out ring on Revenge was fire to me.
yes, and the fact that they did it because like with Sold Out, it was like black and white going with the NWO theme, and it was like their pay per view because they were taking over. My, how far we have. I'm not gonna say fallen because they also the reemergence of WWE was crazy too, with the bloodline and such. But man, we ain't know how good we had it, man. We ain't know how good we had it. What was the other thing, Gamaj?
oh, the mystery reels.
All right, so WWE's out here getting carried away. We got a masked man again. And last year we've had about 5-6 masked people. Braun Breaker came masked when he joined the Vision. He came masked, hoodied up, black. You know what I'm saying? We seen Becky Lynch even come hoodied up. Blah 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 blah.
R-Truth.
Art. So they've given us a lot of masked people. So the question is, who is the masked man? Not to be in my 7 voice, my Brad Pitt, but what's in the box? what's in the box? Open an elimination chamber. What's in the box? And should WWE stop the gimmicks of like the mystery? Because I don't know if it's paying off. I think people are you're like overdosing. You're
Do it too
ODing.
much. Once you do it
Yeah.
too much, you know what I'm saying? You do
Oh,
it too much.
and it's the same. You're like, yo, put my man's in this. You know what I'm saying?
Jacob, didn't Jacob come back like that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Jacob came like that. This is so many masked people
They did it
in the
with
last
Seth.
year.
They did it with Becky Lynch.
Who is this person?
Austin Theory.
They did it with one of the Tongas too, didn't they? It's just just put on a black
Oh
hoodie.
yeah, they did it with Tonga Loa.
Yeah, so that's like 5, 6, 7 names we named in the last year, beginning of this year alone. Back in the day, that would happen like once. You'd be like, "Yo, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Solo Sikoa even did it during the Bloodline like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that's how he got. If my memory is correct,
Jimmy
that's how he
did
got
it.
introduced.
Jimmy did it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, Jimmy did that to turn on Jay.
We can't keep having this mass people, and I get right now with Braun getting hurt, needing surgery, but like you've done it so much, and it's like crying wolf, right? You done did it so much, and now it's like now you need to do it.
It's not special
to keep us on our toes, but like, golly, man, it's like it makes your booking look extra weak. No other creative ideas. No other. You can't have a mystery character like, yo, who cut the lights to the building? Not that he's a supernatural character, but you got somebody, a team of people. They cutting lights. When you cut on someone got laid out, all you see is a silhouette of a person. You know what I'm saying? So that WWE is like, who is this person? They doing not Leslie Nielsen. Remember Leslie Nielsen was trying to figure out who was the Undertaker, and he was on the trail.
Shout out to
for
the
SummerSlam.
Naked Gun movies. Naked Gun.
Yeah. You know, that was back in the day.
You would have like people dress up like cameramen, and they behind shooting the whole. I think Orton did it, reveal himself, or they'll be in the front row dressed up like a fan or official, come under the ring as themselves. But the whole black on black, that's the street fight outfit. I got a street fight tonight, or I'm wearing jeans, knee pads, and a t-shirt. So
like Brandon, remember how Sting would do the whole thing where like he'd wear his own Sting mask and then just like
I think it's the boogeyman. Y'all gotta chill.
the boogeyman. Wow.
I'm coming to get you. Like, I think the only way I think it'll blow the roof off is this comment right here. That if it's Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny is really hot right now.
I called that. I said that on Monday. If it's Bad Bunny, it can work.
It could definitely work. Because it won't matter the hype didn't line up. No one cares. They'll be like, that was me the whole time. You know what I mean? Like teeth didn't align.
No.
I
If it's
don't
Bad
know.
Bunny, that's probably gonna be the best way to like set up him and Logan Paul if that's in the works. That will be one way to do it.
I think that would be an extremely dangerous match.
Logan and Bad Bunny?
Yeah, because as good as we both think, as good as I think both of them are, I think you still need a professional wrestler in the ring.
Yeah, that's been the concern because people are saying Logan Paul, they don't know if they trust him to like.
He's good, but he's been in the ring with
or carry,
like greats.
Okay.
Yeah,
You still need a professional. Yeah, you still
Logan
need a
Paul catches
professional
on
wrestler.
quick because he's in there with some of the best. But now if he has to lead the dance, that's not his.
Right.
Because Bad Bunny's had what, one match? Two matches? So
one with Damian Priest.
And that was a street fight. So it wasn't an actual hold headlock on. Yeah, it wasn't that. So when one of them's gonna have to lead, I think you need a professional wrestler still in that ring.
Right. So. Like granted, he officially retired now, but if you had someone like an AJ Styles who can work with anybody, that could have worked.
No, I would have loved to see that. I would have loved to see that. Matter of fact, I think this week we have an AJ Styles tribute.
Yeah, on Monday because I think they're going to be in.
He ain't done. If they're doing all that, he ain't done.
I think what it is they trying to keep him from going to another company because Triple H came out like I talked to AJ he said he's done officially. But the reality is, AJ can do what he wants once he's out of that contract.
Yeah, they probably want him in the Legends contract.
Bro, Rey Mysterio retired 10 years ago.
But that's the thing. If he don't sign a Legend contract and he's done it, and he just because his contract is up, WWE's like, shit, if we can't get him in a Legends contract, that means he can go to our competitor. And that would be monumental, at least for an episode or two. Like
I think
Tommaso
there's two
Ciampa.
other stops before he go to there. The one is New Japan, the other's TNA.
I think he'll do a quick TNA. I think he'll do a match or something. But I think ultimately, if he comes back, he will go to AEW. AEW is waiting for the right mix of talent, whatever that is, writers, wrestlers.
You know what it reminds me of, though? It reminds me of 1995, 1996, when the Carolina Panthers became that expansion team. And they had Greg Lloyd, Kevin Green, a bunch of older, and they were good. They were good. But because they had the older established talent, it went downhill fast.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
Are y'all froze? Oh, no.
I'm not froze. You froze?
I find out this is Z fucking with me from the truck.
Uh-oh.
Z getting torched.
Oh, yeah. You know, I had to come. I got to stir that pot too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
I'm still stirring these pots out here.
Yeah. You go ahead and stir. Hey, you gonna keep stirring that pot till Z get cooked. You know what I'm saying? That's how that's gonna go. I'm just letting it be known. But yeah, I do think I almost want to like go back a little bit. I have a question about Bronson Reed. Yeah, because I see it here in the chat. Bronson is the only one left. Do we think if you're a WWE, do you abandon the vision? Are we done, or do you try to salvage something and make something out of? I don't want to say nothing, but make something out of what you have left. What are we doing here?
It's so much severe damage that's been done, especially with Bronson Reed. It would be a lot of work. They flopped bad with him after he beat Roman, when they should have heightened that up for him, and they never did.
I can't believe that's a fumble. Archie, I don't know if he was on here or saw the episode. I went through some stats. Until this past week, Bronson Reed had only won 3 matches this year, and they were all in tag teams where he was tagged with Braun Breaker, and they were all on house shows.
I don't think they ever really wanted Bronson Reed back. I think when he got fired or released the first time, then he went to Japan as Jonah and got it popping. Yo, he got it popping. Same thing with Omos. Omos was a champion. He relinquished his title to come back. Now he's wrestling little people.
Right.
I don't think they ever really wanted him back. But when he came back, he was so impressive. He hopped right into the Bloodline Fury. Then he was taking out people. He took out Seth. He took out Braun Strowman. He was destroying folks. Then he destroyed his ankle. So it's just one of those things where he's hot. Let's keep him under our wing. But they really never had like a direction for him, because what they're doing with Bronson Reed, he could have been what they're doing with JC Mateo or any of those other guys. He's the same thing. But as a solo, he was cooking. And sometimes things happen you don't expect them to happen. I think he was an unexpected thing, and they just spinning their wheels with him. Putting him in the vision is cool, but even if Seth Rollins was around, where would the vision be today? I think we would still be like,
they had a vision for him.
That's what I'm saying. I think we would still be like, yo, they just don't connect because they still trying to find what it is.
The other thing I want to point out with Bronson Reed, he's 37. He'll be 38 this year. So,
I mean, comparatively speaking, he's younger than Roman, Punk, LA Knight, Finn Balor. He ain't no spring chicken though.
Right.
He ain't Dom, Braun Breaker and such. But they always, like, I always thought he was lost. Even with Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman would stay and like he would have nothing to really. He would just say he's the tribal thief, and you know what I mean, like. But nothing about like Braun Breaker was the next. He was the main event. The guy who's gonna headline WrestleMania 43, 44, 45. Like you put so much emphasis on that. Bronson Reed got lost, and Bronson Reed was in the back. Yeah, like you're just a henchman, dude. You went
Yeah,
from
it was good when it was him solo, but put him in a group.
Yeah,
It's just weird. Like I think they say, yo, let's put the hot talent with Paul Heyman, and maybe Paul Heyman can stamp him. But I think Brown was doing good without Paul, and so was Bronson. And
yeah.
Theory's been in limbo since Vince left. Well, since the Speaking Out Me Too movement, because he was part of that too. I don't know how he dodged that bullet, but he was in that mix as well.
Not to be funny, whenever your uniform changes every week, they don't know what to do with you. Because when a wrestler has their identity, they change their color. So you know what I'm saying? They like Shawn Michaels had the multiple heartbreak. Like that was a thing. Like, oh, he's just wearing his regular red and whites. Oh, he got the one with the black lining. Oh, it's a big event. He got the white with the gold line, and it's a big thing. Dolph Ziggler used to do like that. Just sells more action figures. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a merch thing. Austin Theory
White
goes
tights
from
with the gold heart with the black tiger stripes. That's Shawn Michaels. That's the one for me.
God. I ain't gonna hold you. Shawn had some of the flyest shit ever.
You
to
know
walk
why?
to a
Because
ring.
they knew who Shawn was. And a lot of who Shawn was in real life was who Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, was.
right.
That's the
He
thing.
was
These people don't know who they are in WWE, so they get lost.
when you say that, I remember when he did Bad Blood with Undertaker at Hell in a Cell, and it was the black with the silver trim, and it was white, and I was like, oh, that's so basic but so cold.
Shawn
Like,
gear was simple, but he had a thing to break the hearts. Let's do the design. He come out there in the chaps and the little chain, and you know what I'm saying. It worked. Like I said, Razor Ramon. It worked because Scott Hall was just a cool dude in real life,
Yeah.
and he got to be a cool dude on TV.
outside of Shawn, because he only had tights and elbow pads, but Razor shit was fly. Razor every time out had a different color combo.
You know what? Let me ask y'all this. No order. If you had to pick a top 5 wrestler with the best swag, who would be your 5?
Off top of my head, I gotta go Rick Rude. Because if I paint your girlfriend face on my nuts, you gotta listen. Rick Rude was him.
Rick Rude was deadly with it.
Rick Rude, bro. Rick Rude for me, for one. I gotta go Rick Rude. Swag, I'm thinking Persona and Gear. You gotta go Razor. Razor Ramon Scott Hall might have been the coolest wrestler ever, dog. Ever. Then I gotta go Shawn. Shawn's gear. Shawn didn't. He missed with them brown tights and that. I don't know what
They
that
said
was.
the shit wasn't ready though. They said
That one was a
at the
little weird.
Elimination Chamber 2000.
So I got Rick Rude. I got Shawn Michaels. I got Razor Ramon. I'm trying to think. So y'all can chime in on y'all's what I think of my final 2. But I got those. Rick Rude always been like fire to me.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going swag and Persona, I'm gonna put The Rock there. Not like Rocky Maivia, but The Rock.
You talking about the fancy shirts with the glasses, Rock?
Yeah. When he was walking out, when he was walking out with the Versace's, like The Rock taking off.
Okay.
His $1,000 shoes, his Versace glasses.
Yeah, that version of Rocky was fire.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. If we're gonna do that, I gotta put Ric Flair in there for what he was in his day.
Yeah, and to this day, people still imitate the robe.
Yes,
people
lot.
Imitate Ric Flair in matches still.
Yes. That's a solid 5, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
You gotta throw Macho Man in there.
I'm not, because Macho. If you do, you do.
Macho was simple. Macho come out the orange tights with the purple.
Yeah. He was changing them up. Sometimes they'd be pink.
But you know, he had the shades and he had the frills, the jacket. Yeah, Macho.
Yes.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say this, my top 5, I gotta put Warrior up there.
Warrior has swag. Warrior has swag. We ain't talking about in-ring ability.
No,
we're not talking about that.
He was the first one to have a multicolored belts.
multicolored belts. He had
straps.
multicolored outfits, and all of it matched with the face paint with multicolored, like all of it matched from head to toe to the tassels.
You know who had swag for real? Bret Hart.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Bret
did.
Hart come out there with the Jerry curl,
The
with the
leather
pink and
jacket,
black,
and the sunglasses.
the leather jacket. Yeah, Bret had swag, bro. Bret had it. We might have to make our top 10 swaggiest wrestler list, man.
Oh, let me ask you a question, because his is simple. Is Roman Reigns gonna get to the list? Because he made shoes.
I
he
think Roman
got-
got more aura than he got swag.
I think that could be a thing.
his presence, like he.
But
got
just
a
know this:
presence.
they have the Bloodline Jordans coming out, and we all know who those are. Like, he got that deal. I can't put American Badass. He is so uncool. As far as swag and or like, no.
At the time though, HP, when he used to come out there on a bike with the bandana with the kid, right? Listen, a lot of these wrestler stories are playing out crazy. Kevin Nash, I gotta shut the F up for you too, partner. Kid Rock is playing out crazy. A lot of these people are playing out crazy, but the American Badass, bro, he used to rock the arena. He had
he
a
did.
swag.
He did. I hated that version of him though. I thought the purple gloved Undertaker, especially when the Phantom of the Opera mask.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So when
I
he
thought
went
Mr.
to
Perfect had swag, but it was just because it was him. Like
if Mr. Perfect would have been changing his colors, he would have been it.
The towel, he spit the gum, he never missed. Like Mr. Perfect.
Dog, I tried to do that shit. I remember people pick that gum up.
Yeah, bro. There's some swaggy wrestlers out there. Like
Cody is not swag, bro. I mean, he is, but he is. But I see Cody and I'm like, he's dope attire wise and stuff, but he can't ever make my top 10 attire wise. Maybe for ring entrances though. I've seen him do some dope ones with coming through the floor and blah 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 blah. But like,
I'm trying to know who I thought had swag, but in the time it was perfect and it just worked. I liked when Raven used to come to the ring with the cut-off t-shirts, the cut-off jeans, the flannel tied around the waist. I thought that was dope. But that was that
who hired
time.
Johnny Polo?
That was the Rage Against the Machine, Nirvana, grunge era. So he fit perfectly in that.
Jeff Hardy was dope.
Yeah.
I think Jeff was more aura than swag, though.
Yeah.
Would you say Triple H do the WrestleMania entrances?
No. I think there's an argument someone could make though, but I won't make it. But I think, based on what you said, yes, because he has the dopest WrestleMania entrance. But overall swag and drip, no.
I think aura Triple H too, because when those lights hit, he come out there spitting the water. He may spit the water cool.
You might be right. You might be on to something, but like them jackets, like how you did the Rock. Cause I'm like, Rock, he always had the same black truck, but it wasn't about his wrestling attire. It was every Raw and SmackDown how he coming out.
Shirts and the glasses.
That's what I'm
remember he had them church shoes on and hit the Bulldog with that people's elbow and slid.
He slid.
Yeah.
Hey, early Bulldog with the braids. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
He was the first white boy I ever seen with braids.
I never seen nothing like. He come out there with a Bulldog. I'm like, that's crazy.
The British that's funny because the tag team was the British Bulldogs, him and the Dynamite Kid. They actually had a bulldog. Kobe Beware actually had a bird. Jake the Snake actually had a snake. You know what I'm saying? Them early gimmicks.
Jake was fire too. Jake had the snake on the tights. Then he just went plain tights. So, but Jake is another aura wrestler. He got like a thing about him.
I don't think Demolition had swag though. I think they had an aura. Legion of Doom then. Legion of Doom definitely had.
Oh, what a rush.
Bro, they used to have expressions and sayings, and theirs was, we snack on danger, dine on death. Them dudes was bad. Let me ask you a question, and no one can answer this without a proper answer because they can't remember it. Does anyone ever remember them losing the tag team titles on TV?
I remember Jim Cornette damn near dying, falling off the scaffold.
The LOD, the Road Warriors, were so over. They told Vince when they were trying to them drop them belts, we're not doing that shit on TV. Fuck
Know who
no.
had swag was a little bit racist, a lot bit racist. Not them, but the gimmick, the Freebirds.
Yeah, I never liked them.
Mm.
The Freebird. Michael Hayes. Michael Hayes was like a damn near sex symbol back then.
Yeah, we call him Doc Hendricks.
Oh well.
Round these parts, we call him Doc Hendricks.
Well, you talking about the man that was wearing Under Armour shirts with the Hardy Boys?
Nah, salute to the
Bro,
Freebirds.
Doc Hendricks managed the Hardy Boys. That's crazy.
No, the Hardy Boys was in it for a long time.
That's like
bro.
JYD. JYD didn't have swag, but that aura he had was crazy.
Dog, let me tell you something. I watched a match the other day. See, I like to go back and watch old wrestling. That's why when people argue with me, I'll take it, but I'll be like, I watched Big John Ritter, aka Junkyard Dog, versus Jake Roberts in a ladder match. That shit was so old. That shit, I think it was AEW. It was one of the territories. And I'm like, damn, ladder matches have always been around. They just never used the ladder as weapons. They just never did it. Like, it was not, you know what I'm saying?
I need you to answer this one. Did my friend who autographed that picture for me right there, John Cena, did he have swag?
Fuck. I hate that you asked that.
I know, that's why I asked it.
If I have to be honest,
I'm saying no.
yes.
I'm saying no.
I fucking hate it. That ladder, I bet the ladder was wooden. I think it was because it was the one I saw them on was like, it wasn't open, it was like straight up. You know what I mean? John Cena has swag, unfortunately, yes.
I say no.
Unfortunately, yes. That fucking chain, him acting like Vanilla Ice and Marky Mark, but he had different jerseys every time out. You know what I'm saying? He copied all G Unit shit. This, the spinner chain. They even made a spinner belt for him, made a spinner US belt. But he institutionalized that for the WWE. And he was breaking new grounds and I hated the shit because I'm like, come on, bro. But
I'm gonna say what The Rock told Cena. You look like you shop at Baby Gap.
The Rock got cooked by John Cena to me. When he did that shit about writing your promos on your hand, that shit is.
I hate this. I hate goosebumps.
Dog.
Goosebumps.
Yo, it's funny to have him and Z in here because Gamage hates Cena, but fucking.
I mean, it is a fact though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do the swag unless we did it. That'll be a nice fun show. Who
No,
can
I
put
think we should
together
some
team
research.
of the swaggiest wrestlers?
That'll also have me to put together some pictures because that Rick Rude, to me, to be honest, Rick Rude shit,
Disrespectful.
Yes.
You know what? When I think about it, I'll say Cena has swag for one reason only. He did pull a lot of broads. We got to give credit where it's due.
Oh, how we forget about X-Pac? Swag.
I hated X-Pac too, but yeah.
He had it. The X-Pac,
He
had swag and aura. For some reason, I think
it was more aura than swag. Maybe, I don't know.
I think it was his size that made him have the little aura too. Because X-Pac was cool. In my teenage eyes, that was a cool dude.
Nah, he was up. I didn't like him because I'm like, I didn't like when he went to WCW with 6-Pac. I hated it. I'm like, here these guys is trying to be something they're not. 6-Pac, 2-Pac, like this is so corny, bro.
I mean, okay, it's kind of cheating, but as a group, can we say NWO like the original three?
Yes.
I'm on my Kevin Nash hate train, so I'm gonna say no.
Is what Kevin Nash said worse than Hulk Hogan?
It is.
You think so?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh my God! The apology or the initial comment?
Kevin Nash, Gene Simmons.
Hold on, let me put you on screen.
And Geechee Gotti. That's who I got tonight. I'm back. Well, at least for the night. So it ain't time. It ain't time. Is it time?
Dog.
It time? I might not see me
The
for
original
another 4 weeks
NWO,
after the night.
the original NWO had super swag. Everybody wanted to be like. They changed the W. They had so much. They changed the way WWE did business and brought in the Attitude Era. They are the originators, potentially. Either
Bro, they
Bret
had
Hart.
so much swag. They turned a simple black and white T-shirt to the most iconic, probably T-shirt in wrestling ever. Still selling to this day.
Yes.
That's when you got swag. But see, it was the intangible. It was Scott Hall with the bandana and the glasses. It was, love him or hate him. It was Hogan. That those black and white tights with the lightning bolt,
Crazy.
bro. It was spraying the titles. It was the little things, bro. Scott Hall showed up in a vest with no shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
He had a jean jacket. He was on his Trick Williams shit. No t-shirt. But a lot of wrestlers don't wear t-shirts.
And it just looked cool, bro. They just looked cool, like collectively, until they start adding like Disco Inferno and Scott Norton. Then it got weird.
It was too much.
Parker was in NWO.
Yeah, that's why I would say, like, if they're like, as an example of like, if they're 1A, 1B for me would be Bullet Club, because they were inspired by that. And their merch is still
even the Wolfpack was cool. The Wolfpack might have been a little cooler than the original NWO.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know this I already know the answer. Why are we not named DX? DX had the world jump. And I don't like I like the Triple H rendition too. They're good.
I'm gonna be honest with DX. I like their aura way more than their swag.
I think they were more entertaining, but not as cool.
I don't know, bro.
DX was silly. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. DX was like frat white boy humor. It was cock jokes and poop jokes, and it was like NWO was a little more like relatable. It was just cool stuff. Conan coming out there. You know what I'm saying? It was that. To me, that was the big difference to them. One was more entertaining, one was more like gritty. But that was the companies. WCW.
Right. They was calling the cops on NWO when they was beating the shit out of people in the parking lot. They was just wilding for no reason.
But I ain't gonna hold you. When they rolled over to Nitro in the tank, I thought that was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah. They was wilding.
Because you gotta look at the members. Road Dogg didn't have swag. He was cool. Billy Gunn had to turn into Mr. Ass.
I thought he was like a generic version
DX
of Shawn Michaels.
was just, it was Rick Rude in China.
Hey, salute to AEW, man. So rest in peace, Kerwin Sylphies. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. I don't want to mess his name up. He passed away. He was the WWE director, right? And he was with WWE, and I don't even think he had an affiliation to AEW. But I'm watching here. They did they just show respect for him on AEW, and I think that's a really good thing, man. When the wrestling world sometimes can just be like, look, man, when people pass away,
put all of the business aside.
Put the business aside.
Yeah.
So salute to them. I like to see that, because a lot of times the people behind the scenes don't get credit, or they get too much credit in a negative light. Like, people always remember Vince Russo for being like, he ruined WCW. Dude, he's also responsible for some of the best shit in the Attitude Era too. But it won't get talked about. So when they see you strike out, or they see you, that's what they remember. So but yeah, rest in peace to Kevin Selfies or Selfies. I don't want to missay his name, but yeah, he passed away today. So
I see Vinny mentioned The Godfather. Look, I thought Papa Shango was the first wrestler that ever scared me. But I think The Godfather had a little bit of both. But you know what The Godfather had that nobody else had? He had the hoes. So I'm always gonna go with the hoes.
You gotta go with the hoes.
I thought it was cool when he would be like, "Hey, do you want to wrestle tonight, or do you want to party and get on the hoe? Let's go on the whole train, man. Let's go on the whole train." I spent many hours on that damn Nintendo 64 trying to get $500,000 to get a hoe. That was a life lesson that I should have learned back then. That it's gonna cost about $500,000 to get a hoe.
Salute to the Godfather, aka comma,
Charles Wright. We got
aka
like a 3-hour interview with him right here on this podcast. So, and something he said in his interview is part of my Kevin Nash shut the F up too. So,
DMX and Tupac are the only rappers with 2 #1 albums in the same year. And check the Hall Piece of Universe when I asked who had a better single year. Tupac, who 1996, All Eyes on Me and Machiavelli album, or DMX in 1998, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, and he also dropped his Dark and Hell is Hot first. Ooh.
Wait,
I
that
think
was-
Pac
that was
had.
his
I think X had better albums, but Pac had the better year. When Tupac came out, the world stopped, dog.
In 96, the world was.
The world stopped. He came out of jail, dropped a double disc.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
the
It was
world
crazy
stopped, bro.
time to be alive.
Tupac's coming home was probably one of the biggest events in my lifetime. And I was a kid. I didn't really understand it. But yeah, looking back at it, X had probably the better albums, but the better year.
I can't even say that with a straight face. I don't. It's funny too because there's only like a 4-song difference, even though Pac put out a double.
Flesh of
and
My
then a
Flesh was
single.
crazy. It's Dark and Hell Hot is nuts. All Eyes
Yeah.
on Me is tough. I think Machiavelli is the weakest out of all the albums. That's just me.
I'm not even disrespecting no opinions. I wouldn't say that, but you got to pick one to be the lowest one on the totem pole.
I think that's it.
And they're
And I
all
think
great.
that's the only deciding factor because the Rough Riders as a whole, with that DMX was out of here. But Tupac coming out of jail, bro.
Dog.
I remember. I
Right.
think me and my uncle went to Bell Promenade Mall to buy All Eyes on Me, and that's all he was jamming. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember that he riding around.
I remember it
we about to
too.
die because he got a tape plugged into a Walkman, and the Walkman is spinning. Every time we hit a bump, the song stopped. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying?
I had mine on a cassette. I ain't had no CD. I didn't start getting CDs till like 2001. I was in the military at that time. People were like, "What the fuck are all these tapes in your drawer?"
And you got the
Yeah.
disc, the binder with the CD binder. You trying to flip the
Yeah.
file.
I remember my first CD I ever bought. The first CD I ever had was
I know I remember mine.
Helter Skelter Magnum Force album.
My first CD I ever bought was the Gotham City single from R. Kelly from the Batman movie.
I wish you would have at least said the Method Man joint. It's the Riddler. Observe.
It was, bro, Gotham City. That song was, bro, hey, love him or hate him.
Gamash, you remember your first CD? I remember my
It
first
was-
tape.
I remember
My
my first
first-
CD.
My first CD was actually Usher's 8701 album.
Damn.
You know what I hate? Shout out to my mom, Joe. She tried to do the right thing. She brought me
Young
tapes.
ass.
She would buy me tapes trying to do the right thing, and I hated them. She bought me MC Hammer, the Funky Headhunter. It was like pumps and a bump, pumps and a bump. We like them girls with the pop. I love the video.
All we want
Yeah.
is a man who
She brought me Heavy D and the Boys.
the dilly
So I
dilly
went to
dilly
Sam
dilly
Goody.
dilly dilly dee.
I went to Sam Goody, and Sam Goody, they was
Rest
like
in
in this
peace
long
to Sam Goody, bro.
Yeah, they was in a plastic like rack, right?
They used to
You
let
easily
you
slide the
listen to
stick
the
out.
CD before you bought it.
Then that little sticker on there that goes off, I just pull it off and put it on somebody else in the store as I walk by. Oh, excuse me, and I put it on them, and I slide the tape, boom, in my pocket, and I had Strictly for My Niggas. That was the first album I jammed that shit. Oh,
The first
man.
cassette I ever had, I didn't have it, but I found it. I didn't know what it was. It was going to the movies one night, the Dollar Show. We used to have a dollar movie in New Orleans. It was a tape, and it said Wu-Tang Clan on it. At that time, listen, I'm in Louisiana. We didn't know what the Wu-Tang Clan was. So we left it on the ground. It was like, man, it's a bunch of Chinese rappers. Nobody want to hear that. I didn't know it was the most Negroes in America. I didn't know. So we left the tape on the ground. But my first
Up
CDs
from
I
the
ever
36
owned,
chambers.
but see, this how I come back full circle. My first CDs I ever bought, my older sister bought me my first Walkman, and she bought me 2 CDs that Christmas. One was 112's first CD, that cream disc with Cupid on it and all that. And
Cupid.
the joint with Biggie, you can come all you want to, front all you want to, money.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going with Mace and Biggie, yeah. And then that's the other CD she bought me was Wu-Tang, the double disc. Wu-Tang Forever.
Yo, Wu-Tang, yeah. I remember the records. My uncle was a DJ, and so
Only You, that's the 112 record with Mason. I thought Mason Biggie was, what is this?
crazy. He had a record player, and I remember I was real little, like 6'5", 4, maybe even. And so he brought me in his room to put my record, because they had got me like Clifford the Big Red Dog, right? And I wanted to be like my uncle back then. So I started.
What up,
when they
D-Red?
left, I started mixing that shit. It was like, and Clifford went to Clifford with the Clifford with the I thought I was killing some shit. I got my ass whooped. Why are you touching that record?
Yeah,
And then
you
I
scratched
went.
that all up.
Oh, I fucked it up. But then I took my record off and started putting my uncle's records on. Holy shit. That's how I got introduced to like Rakim and shit. It's some of the greatest shit I've ever heard.
My
You know
uncle
what I mean?
introduced me to reggae music. He introduced me to Wu-Tang Clan. He introduced me to one of the most underrated rappers of all time, Reggie Noble, aka
Oh,
Red.
Redman?
Muddy Waters.
This is how to roll up. Oh, you didn't get Redman till that's the third album. And that's
Bro, I grew up in New Orleans. You couldn't tell me Master P wasn't the best rapper ever.
yeah.
Because
Muddy
the thing
Waters,
about New Orleans, you know, this is before the internet. Like we grew up when the internet just became a thing. So we didn't have computers in the house. And so what you had was right in front of you unless you travel somewhere. I remember I came back to New Orleans from living on the East Coast.
And bag of weed on the floor, motherfucker, what the fuck you gonna do? Pick it up.
I remember coming back to New Orleans and I called somebody a wankster. And it's like, what you said? I said wankster. And it's like, what is that? So I played them wankster. You know, wankster was a mixtape record before it was on the album. And it was like, yo, dog, who is that? What is I said, y'all don't never heard of 50 Cent? But here's another crazy thing. The first time I heard Jay-Z for real was in 2001. I was at work. My very first job, CarMax on Independence Boulevard in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was detailing a car. I parked the car. I was walking across the bay. It's a guy named Sherman from New York. He was playing 2222.
That's volume 3.
Bro, 2220. The first time I heard 2222, I stopped in my tracks and was like, yo, what is that? He said, you never heard this Jay-Z album? I said, dog, never in my life.
Yo, state your biz. Well,
too much West Coast flicking. Too much. I was like, 2222 is just crazy. And then that's when, you know, but
his album didn't even sell 100,000 his first week.
But I did remember listening to Rock La Familia in high school because Rock La Familia dropped. Eminem became a thing. Like this was that time. Like you said, DMX and all that. But I didn't get into Jay-Z till later in life because that wasn't what we was hearing down here. You know,
it's a different culture.
Yeah, you had to travel or know somebody or find it in the Source magazine. Shout out to Jeff, man. My uncle's best friend named Jeffrey. He used to look in the Source magazine and he would dress how they dressed in the Source. So we talking about he got on like goose jackets, camel pants, and Timberlands in Louisiana, and we clowning him like, dog, you look nuts. But he had that ish on. We just didn't know. But yeah, like I said, and that's the Source magazine. That's the power of publications and stuff back in the day. Even like the wrestling magazines. I used to go in the store and look at them wrestling magazines like, yo, what is this? What's going on? Internet wasn't always a thing.
I used to put them shit like Raw Magazine, WWE, Word Up. I used to put them in the Sunday Circular on the Sunday paper. I had to wait till Sunday because those would be the thick ass newspapers. And I would take one or two from Quick Check and I'd slide them in.
Word
pay my
up.
$1.25.
Golly.
Yeah, I pay my $1.25 and I put them in my bike and I pedal off and then I go to another Quick Check at 7-Eleven.
I ain't heard that.
And I used to do that and then I would flip the magazines. Because people was like, yo, you got
bro,
to do
the Source.
Like,
the Source was it, bro. The Source was the gospel for a lot of people. It was two things
Yeah.
that was the gospel in the hood, in my hood anyway. One was the Source magazine, the other one was East Bay. And to this day, I don't know nobody that ever ordered nothing from East Bay.
No, but that magazine that
Everybody
you know.
had stuff circled though. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them.
That's a fact.
East Bay, we used to walk around with East Bay books.
Yes.
I
Yes.
wish I could get a pair of Jordans for $59 right now.
Dog.
East
What a
Bay
time
was
to be
it.
alive.
Shout out to East Bay, man. I don't know how they made money. Had to be sports teams because, like I said, I don't know nobody that ever bought anything from East Bay.
That was back when you can get like in those one newspaper clipping things that would be like you can get nine CDs or something for a penny.
First, that's the first thing on everybody's credit report.
Yeah.
Penny CD.
They had that gone out of business. They never, they had to get 100 people to do it just to make $1, and nobody ever paid that shit.
The CD penny scam and the publisher clearinghouse scam. Shout out to the scammers, man. And the whole world's a scam. So yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Oh my God. But man, y'all ready to do these shut the F ups?
Oh man, I mean, if y'all want me to go on my diatribe, I will. It's just I got a lot to say about a lot of things, man. I'm not gonna be too harsh. Where would y'all like me to start?
I'm basically going off of what Archie gonna say, because he basically gonna say.
Where y'all want me to start? I got 3 people on the docket tonight. One is Kevin
I got
Nash, the other is
3
Gene
people on the
Simmons, and one
docket.
is
That's
Geechee
crazy.
Gotti. So where would y'all like for me to start?
I say Nash.
Nash,
Yeah,
all
I
right.
say Nash.
So, The Godfather, once upon a time, matter of fact, on this very podcast, said he never went to WCW because Ron Simmons told him, "Don't go over there unless you like being called the N-word." That's what he said. And who was in charge of WCW? I mean, yeah, doing the booking and all that stuff around that time, or at least close to it. A man named Kevin Nash. A man named Kevin Nash who was born in 1966 in Detroit, one of the blackest cities at the time because the Ford Motor boom, right? So I would think Kevin Nash has been around black people. Kevin Nash is a member of the military. Thank you for your service. Kevin Nash has been around black people. HP, you a historian. What was going on at the end of the 60s in America? I'll answer that for you. Jim Crow. The end of the Jim Crow era was going on in 1960. Kevin Nash was born 6 years later. So you've seen the effect of Jim Crow on black people. Why, Nash? Because you was born in Detroit. I say all this to say Kevin Nash is not tone deaf to racism or what may be offensive to black people. But he also stood next to a man who did blackface and later in his career told Booker T to dance, Booker, because your hair nappy, you'll never be like me. That made me think, with all the critiques of Triple H, birds of a feather might flock together, but in this case, Kevin Nash, you're just a bird. There's no way a man who was born in 1966 should tell a black man who has no control over his career and his character to stop being so Mr. Bojangles and be more urban. Because you know what we heard, Kevin Nash, and I'm speaking for all black people? Stop being a house ninja and be a field ninja. That's what I heard. But still be a ninja. You didn't have to say that, Kevin Nash. You could have said, he's too comical. He needs to be more serious. He needs to get an edge. Or as Edge has been saying for the past 5 years, you need more grit. Be more serious, kid. Key word in that is kid. You've been alive 3 times as long as Javon Evans. And I'm pretty sure when you were a kid, you did what kids did. But also, he got a boss. And he got to listen to what his boss says. So if his boss say be bouncy and smile, guess what, Kevin Nash? That's what he's going to do. And you knew you were wrong because you made an apology, a sorry apology, in which you misspelled Sol Ruka's name, went back and edited it and changed it. So that means You know when you made a mistake. You just decided to stand in your bullshit and you stink. So Kevin Nash, you aren't tone deaf. You've been around black people. You lived around black people. You worked with black people. You knew what you were saying. You know what Bojangles means. And if you don't know, shame on you to be on God's green earth since the year 1966 and still be learning. What it is, you had a slip of the tongue. And you big sexy. You big daddy cool. Your coolness is making you look like a fool because you said something very foolish. So Kevin Nash from Detroit, who was born and lived through the end of Jim Crow, respectfully, shut the F up.
Damn.
Did I say anything wrong out the way?
Hey, brother, I ain't got no
Black
comment.
History Month. I ain't the
think
blackest, but listen, it is what it is. Next up, Gene Simmons. Since we're talking about racists, Gene Simmons. First of all, Kiss don't have that many slaps for you to even be saying what you said. Gene Simmons says rap music does not belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I would agree with that if it was just the Rock Hall of Fame. But you know what, Gene Simmons? There's a roll on that. So when you say enroll, you're including other things. But what you said was rap music ain't for me. I'm not from the hood. What does that mean, Gene Simmons? Because one of my best friends, his name is Jabril Huff. He's the whitest white man you could probably find in South Carolina. And guess what he is? He's a Muslim. Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslims celebrating. Ramadan started yesterday. He's a Muslim. You know how he found Islam? HP, you're going to love this. He
Do
found
tell.
Islam from listening to Rakim. He said
Damn.
Rakim was talking about things in his music that he never heard before, and it got him interested, and he found something that gave him purpose in life in the most countryest, hickest part of South Carolina. So, Gene Simmons, you don't gotta be in the hood for rap music to find you and for it to have a message. You just said what you wanted to say, and it got you in trouble. Because Kiss don't got slaps like that. Kiss was a gimmick band. Yes, y'all got a few, but not enough for you to be saying what you said. And I'm glad you're not from the ghetto, because you would have been the kid who never had lunch money. So Gene Simmons, we know you're a little old. Maybe the makeup you wore, the dye got to your brain a little bit. But Gene Simmons, respectfully, shut the F up. And Chuck D, you try to clean it up. Respect to Public Enemy. I'm not going to say nothing to Chuck D. But a lot of people are just saying what they feel like they want to say because the temperature and climate of America is, excuse my French, so fucked up right now. And a lot of our heroes, we watch as heroes, and I hate to say this, but they're going to die like Hulk Hogan. And a lot of y'all on that path. Just because you think it, don't mean you got to say it. Because the way you live shows us how you feel about people when you don't say what you should say and what you want to say. Last but not least, Geechee Gotti. I don't have a shut the F up for you, respectfully. I have a shut the F up for everybody trying to justify people's bullshit. And I'm using Geechee Gotti's example because Jay-Z said you only got to be right one time. But the flip side of that coin is you only got to be wrong one time too. And that'll mess you up for a very long time. Our good brother Sue Surf is going through that right now. So my point in this is it's okay to wake up every day and go to a job. It's okay to go to school and learn a trade and surround yourself with people who's going to tell you what you're doing is dumb and stupid. Guess what? Right here on Attitude Era Podcast, we have those conversations all the time. And if these good brothers didn't wake up and go to work every day, their families would be messed up. Their households would be messed up. Hell, me personally, right now, I would be messed up because what these brothers do day to day, I was able to lean on my brothers a few weeks ago, and they held me up. So for everybody thinking it's corny to have a job and hit the 9 to 5 and listen, it's corny to be locked up for something you knew better than to do. It's corny to lose your freedom. That's what's really corny. Geechee Gotti called in the show and talked to Jazz, and the comments was like, "Yo, he sound like he in good spirits. He sound like he's energetic. Sounds like he's in jail." That's what it sounds like. And prayers to Geechee Gotti. We don't know what's going on. We just know what we saw. And if we didn't live in a climate where we think it's corny to have a job, we celebrate when people get out of jail, but don't celebrate when people graduate from college. It's crazy.
I hate that. Yeah.
We throw parties when people die, but when people like HP retire from the military, he don't even get a card. Again, the thinking and the climate of America is just really fucked up right now. So I'm going to celebrate my brothers who are free. I'm going to celebrate my brothers that are locked up as well, because I hope when you come out, you don't go through that again. Because I guarantee you, I don't care how good somebody sounds on the phone, they don't want to be in jail. That's it. So anybody that's saying he had to do what he had to do, I'm not talking about Geechee no more, or justifying people's bullshit. You need to really shut the F up, because you are part of the problem. Because I'm telling you, once you in that system, you in that system, and you can't get out of it. It's hard enough being black. Try being black with a record. So shut the F up. I'm back. Now, I might be the most hated after this, but don't mind me none. It's all good. That's it.
Damn.
Shout out to my podcast brothers, man, for holding me up and holding me down.
Yes, sir. Good sir. Man, mine is, you already touched on it, so we ain't gonna touch on Kevin Nash no more. But I'm gonna give a shout out. Salute to Seth Rollins. He on the Shannon Sharp Club Shay joint. Go check that out if you're a wrestling fan. Get some behind the scenes stuff. My shut the F up. It's kind of weird, right? John Cena just recently did some interviews, and he talked about some of the booking decisions. I think maybe next week we can talk about what ifs. What if these things would have went down? These scenarios that when the situation's over, the rest is like, you know, we pitched. It's like, man, imagine that would have went. Imagine John Cena was supposed to become a 17-time world champion at SummerSlam against Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar was supposed, like, it, bro. It sounded crazy, like in a good way though. Like, why did they shut that down? And it's a lot of things that get shut down by creative, and I really wish that creative would. I don't know what they do and how they come to their conclusions, but they got to have a meeting of the minds, teams meeting some. Salute to you said the thing about Geechee. I mean, that's an unfortunate situation. I got to meet Geechee Gotti. I'll never say a negative word about Geechee at all. Prayers and shout outs to him. That's crazy what's going on, my. I feel like Z's in the back. Shut up. I got to meet him, you know, very, very, very nice individual, but you never know. You know, I remember one time he was talking about some stuff, and I think for people who come from a certain background, you know, I hope that people seek the right advice, right? Because we watched, I think the thing that makes it hard for people to accept what happened with Geechee is we watched you win not excessive, but we watched you win good amounts of money. We watched you earn a good amount of money. But, you know, one thing that we know in life is not everybody is financially responsible, financially literate. You know, it just happens, right? We watch Mike Tyson go rich to broke to rich. So we even talking about Floyd Mayweather's having some financial issues right now. So I don't condone anything he is alleged of doing. I mean, you know, but I'll say this. Enjoy freedom, y'all. Don't take that stuff for granted, because we've watched people get accused of things that weren't guilty to find out later they were guilty. We watch people get accused of things, be sentenced, and then find out later they're not guilty, but they lost the time. And we know people who, if you're black, they're gonna throw the book at you. So even if you're, you know, it's an unfortunate situation he's in. I wish, you know, it is.
Yeah,
what it
my
is.
message wasn't to him. It's to everybody that thinks that that's the only option you have. You don't. You have several options. Hell, Google giving out certifications every day for free. Like
Right.
you got options, but
Go
yeah.
go to Develop Our People Everywhere on Facebook. It's a small group. You'll see about 200 people. I know the guy who started that group. You know what I'm saying? Very good brother. Very good looking brother too. You know,
Hey, I'm gonna have to
yeah.
check that out. I ain't on
But
social media, but it's
yeah, but one thing I definitely I've gone cold on that group because there's so much other stuff. But like I've stretched myself thin. But I definitely want to go back to teaching people how to acquire homes in a 5-year span, and if not, improve your living situation, how to write resumes, financial literacy, how to start rebudgeting your money, stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's a lot, but again, progress is made, and it's not going to happen just overnight. But don't put yourself in a bad position. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my shut
But
that
mind,
fuck
you
up.
got anything? If not, well, let me say this. Bulbous Y2J in the chat. You might be new here, but I'm the Archie Carter. They call me the most loved, most hated. Nobody's spreading any satanic messages. It's all love, baby. And my jersey's not fake. It's actually my own merch. So if you're new here, you don't know that I am a rapper, a very established, well rapper in the scene. Just headlined did Anime Verse down in Houston, Texas. 15,000 they averaged a day. So I was there. This is not fake. It's mine. So if you would like one, I will gladly send you one, and you can shut the F up as well. That's it. I'm back. Come on, it's on you. If you
Oh,
got anything to say.
nah. I cannot follow up what y'all two had. Nah, I'm good.
I like
Bro,
a
I
good
tried to
troll,
follow up,
but
what he did and was like, what the hell? Why ain't that?
it's just certain things need to be addressed, man. And people think they can just get on the internet and say whatever, but attacking somebody and see, that's the whole thing. Kevin Nash is attacking somebody. Javon Evans doing what he's told, bro. He's not the booker. You were the booker, Kevin Nash. You told people what to do.
I didn't see that comment about Split. That's funny. I would love, I would love to. I'll kick somebody, Spartan, kick them right down that rabbit hole they can't crawl out of. You know what I'm saying?
What comment?
No, I just peeped at the bulbous joint. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to spread light
They
on
want attention. I'll
spreading
give you all
satanic
attention
message.
you want, bro. I've said nothing wrong or negative. I am a beacon of positivity, my friend. And if you feel like I touched a nerve in you, that's something in your spirit that you got to go work out. I pray for you, though.
But
So,
salute to the other people in
salute to
the chat.
everybody, man. Shout out to the chat. We engage with the chat. But when you just talking out the side of your mouth, I mean, hey, if you don't know something, ask a question.
Oh, he said my shit keep lagging. Yeah, Mike, I think it's something going on over here. You know what I'm saying? I think Z done messed around too much. I can't even scroll up in the comment. Like
That was
there's
me.
a lot.
I'm back. I done burnt the Ethernet wires up.
Yo, salute to everybody in the chat. Hey, don't forget. I know February is a short month, but what's today? The 18th. Elimination Chamber is what, the 28th?
Yeah, next week, yeah.
Vinny, they killed me for that nickname when I first started on the pod, the Southeast Mouthpiece.
Yeah, I was gonna repeat it.
I can't bring that back. I just rather be most loved, most hated, or like y'all dubbed me in the group chat, ACOH. So.
The Southeast Mouthpiece, baby. The Southeast Mouthpiece.
Southeast Mouthpiece. I used to say that with so much pride. I was proud of it.
Yes. That was right here in this very chat.
OnlyFans, that Southeast Mouthpiece.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Yeah,
but man, it feels like old times. Since it does feel like old times, can I do this? Gamad, you got anything before we get up out of here, man? Shout out to the chat. It feel God just popped in tonight. I'm got a lot going on over here, but today was kind of a free day. Wrapping it up tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be back on my regular schedule. Yeah, man, but it feel good. It feel good to be home, man. It feel good to be home. I miss the chat.
sure.
I miss the guys. I miss the trolls. We love you all. Kamaj, you got anything before you get out of here, brother?
First thing, man, it's happy to see you back, even if it was just one time. It's always a pleasure. And just now, I think I got news that Roxanne Perez had to undergo surgery. I'm not too sure for what.
A benign mass in her back.
Yikes.
Listen,
I don't want to say it's benign, but I think it was benign, which is good. It's not
health
cancerous.
is wealth. Tell you that's the reason why I had to take a break. Tell you, man, like eat as much as you can take care of yourself, do that. And if you do have something that they find, listen, how you accept things and how you move forward from that day determines how you heal and if you're gonna be here or not. So your mind is powerful. Shout out to Mike. Me and Mike talked about some things, and yeah, man, how you move determines how long you move. So yeah, prayers to Roxanne and prayers to Jada Parker, bro. That was a nasty suplex she took.
That wasn't even a suplex. That was like it turned to a DDT.
Yeah, it was nasty.
I don't
All
know
her
who
weight.
messed that up. If it's a timing issue, did
It
she
looked
hurt? I
like a
don't think
timing issue. It looked like a knee buckle. It looked like it looked like everything, to be
Yeah.
honest. But only
Mhm.
people who know are the people in the ring. I just hope Jada Parker. Listen, we lost Big E to something similar.
Yeah.
Dries, we lost one of the greatest who we mentioned earlier. Rick Rude career was short, cut short. Simple, something simple. It's something simple in wrestling could be something serious. So hopefully Jada's okay. And prayers to her and Roxanne. HP, the undisputed podcast champion of the world. You got anything before you get up out of here?
Definitely check us out on the Hall Prison Universe. We got to get active again. We're about 60 days out. Very excited, but this chemistry is kicking my ass. Job is kicking my ass. Family coming into town. They're going to the wrong airport 2 hours away. He's kicking my ass.
But HP, I'm gonna say this. Even though chemistry kicking your ass, work kicking your ass, family kicking your ass, don't it feel good to lay in your own bed at night?
It does. It does. That's why I do what I do. I always feel like it'll work out some way. You just got to stay active and stay busy.
Telling you,
Stay
bro.
grinding.
The Geechee Gotti thing bothered me, but the reactions people had bothered me more, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say
There
nothing
has to
negative.
be a better mindset across America because again, like I said in my Shut the F's Up, the thinking is so crazy. And when I leave the doors out of my house, I'm like, yo, I pray that me and my family are always covered and we return home the way we left, bro. Because there's some
I
shit
want
out
to.
here.
I want to bring something up too because again, people say I don't want to go too far into it, but like with these Epstein files and things released, man, be careful of everything you take in, right? Because I'm reading the Michael Jackson thing, and here's what I think is the craziest thing ever. You can go on for interviews and watch as there's two Corys, Corey Feldman, Corey Haim. I can't remember which one of the Corys because one of them died, one of them committed suicide. The other one is still around. They dubbed him crazy. Right?
I was just with him, bro. At
Now they
Fan
dubbed him
Expo New
crazy, right?
Orleans. I
They
was
dubbed
at
him
Fan
crazy.
Expo New Orleans with him.
He spoke on Michael's behalf as one of the abused. I can't think of that. Michael Carter, I think, or Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter spoke on Mike's behalf, like, yo, Mike never Macaulay Culkin never right? But because the media said X, Y, and Z, everyone ran with it. Everyone went with it. People right now to this day, cognitive dissonance, they still don't even believe. They still believe that Mike is a PDF. And it's crazy because then when you see the file from the person who's a perpetrator, you're like, oh my gosh, we owe Mike an apology. But for years, people who were alleged victims, like Mike didn't do none of that. And y'all wouldn't believe the victims. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you believe the perpetrator, but not the victim.
Bro,
the
we
victim
live in a world where the lie is more entertaining than the truth. So people go with the lie.
Remember this.
See it every day.
When Kanye went on this crazy kick and he exposed that certain doctor or whatever, they said, we'll put you in the loony bin and blah, blah, blah. Highly weird. All of it. It's no fake news. It's no blues, no red. It's no liberals. It's all the same bird. It's all one bird. It's all the whole system has to go. So just be careful what you intake. Go back to reading books. Diversify your mind.
Get off
learn
the phone.
About finance.
Get off the phone. Put the phone down.
Yeah.
Put the phone down. Because I tell you, since I've been off social media for this past month and a half, whatever, my mind has been clear. I only see what I want to see. You'll be having a great day. There's something pop up on your timeline and not only ruin your day, but ruin your thoughts, your spirit, everything, bro.
Yeah.
Put the phone down.
Start a stoic journey. Look that up on YouTube. The Stoic Man and the Stoic Journey. Like, don't even look into your YouTube, any type of social media for the first like several hours a year. Like, build habits that are just, because it starts to free your mind, and you'll be surprised of how much just
Yeah,
images
get
and
off the
things can do.
phones, bro. Get off the phones. Because what
So,
these phones are programmed to do is to make decisions for you. You're not even making decisions no more.
no, it's studying your algorithm. It's making
That's
decisions
where
for
we are.
you.
We're not even making decisions no more. But you did make the decision to tune into the Wednesday Night Wars, so we appreciate that. Gamaj and HP been holding it down. They've been doing numbers. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't be looking at the numbers, but when I see the numbers y'all be doing, I be jealous. I be swinging at the air like my Cuba Gooding and Boys in the Hood.
Facts.
I need to
Nah,
come crash
hey,
the party, but
I'm
yeah,
just happy to
man.
have you back.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in a full time, for a long time, for a short time, and then you're coming back but anytime you can come in and we can get the vibe.
Oh,
You
like I
already
said,
know
everything go good this week. Got some testing coming up, and then we just waiting on results, baby. But like I said, everything. I want more in the morning. Push through. Yeah, it's been a lot, but we here, baby. I'm hey, most love, most hated. Y'all look, I had to. I had to. Even if I wasn't on here, y'all know I'd probably be in the chat. I was like, I'm free. Today wasn't taxing. I wasn't tired. I had some energy, so.
And do your time. Matter of fact, I'm about to go and develop our people everywhere. I'm about to get that back up and do at least a post a
I
week.
be hearing the chat, Gamaj be going crazy. I'm like, damn, bro.
One day, me, I had to shut the F up.
He
Yeah,
tried to Tom Brady me. I know I'm like Drew Bledsoe. He tried to Tom Brady me and come in and just be the GOAT, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, Gamaj,
Tap
that's how
tap
you
in,
feel?
y'all. Nah, man.
What
You
Denzel said,
you
you gonna do this to me?
no, bro. You hold a great stance and stable in this pod, bro. I had to step up.
I'm the police. Gamaj ain't got nothing on me. You
Yo, we're gonna have to do a
disloyal,
Hall Preezy this
a
weekend, bro.
fool ass punk.
We're gonna do a Hall Preezy this weekend, especially because it's Black History Month. We're gonna do some Black movie joints. So definitely tune in over there. I'm gonna hit these guys up. We're gonna probably do it maybe Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure, but please hit the notification bell
Yeah,
there. Hit the notification
I
bell
got a
here.
show this weekend and
Oh, okay, never mind.
Pro Wrestling 225 event, so I'll be all over the place. But if I'm free, I'll definitely tap into that, man. But yeah,
That'd
man,
be
this
fine.
is
Yes.
Attitude Era Podcast Wednesday Night Wars, man. We appreciate the coolest chat on the internet, the coolest pie. It's a vibe cast because it ain't a pie, it's a vibe. Friday night, doing around the main event of SmackDown. These guys will be live. I might pop up in. Shout out to Vinny for holding it down. Shout out to my man 0 for 12. That's Mike McCullough. And shout out to the pod, man. We will see y'all when we see y'all. After our podcast, I'm the Archie Carter. That's Gamaj, and that's the undisputed podcast champion of the world, King HP. So we see y'all later. Peace.